I'm Toby Mansurper with Pendar Technologies, here to give you a demonstration of our Pendar X10 Standoff Raman system. Some of you might be familiar with our first generation system. We've reduced the size and weight, sped up the analysis time, and increased the maximum standoff distance to 6 feet. As a quick example, here's a sample of ammonium nitrate. You aim the Pendar X10, pull the trigger, wait for the measurement to complete, and the chemical is correctly identified. One of the benefits of Standoff Raman is that you can see through containers. Here we have a mason jar full of acetone, similar to what you might see in a Molotov cocktail. You aim, pull the trigger, the acetone is correctly identified. In addition to seeing through containers, Pendar X10 can see through windows. Here we have a vial full of TNT behind a 1-inch window. Aim through the window onto the sample, pull the trigger, and wait for the measurement to complete. TNT is correctly identified. One of the key insights that drove us to develop the Standoff Raman system is that it allows increased user safety and convenience. With standard Raman systems, you may have been trained to avoid dark materials for fear that they could ignite or explode. But with the Pendar X10, that's not a problem. Here we have a vial of potassium permanganate, and the sample is identified. No trouble with Semtex H, shown here. Aim, pull the trigger, and wait for the result. In this case, the mixture of PETN and RDX is correctly identified. Another benefit of Standoff Raman is that there's no need for sample preparation, so you can measure several samples back to back relatively quickly. Pull the trigger and wait for the measurement to complete, identifying the urea nitrate. Now we're on the HMX vial, and it's correctly identified. And now we'll measure the RDX vial. And it's correctly identified. In some scenarios, it may require a few minutes to obtain the correct identification, such as when you have a low concentration drug mixed with a cutting agent. In those situations, it is convenient to use the tripod. This one is provided inside the Pendar X10 kit. Here we have a mixture of sugar and ibuprofen. If we take the measurement, we'll get an initial result. In this case, the X10 identified that it could be either sugar or sucrose. Now, if you suspect that there might be a lower concentration drug present, you can do a longer measurement. Again, align the X10 and start the measurement. In this mode, we could even walk away and allow the X10 to continue measuring and come back to figure out what the result is. After 90 seconds, it was able to identify both the sugar and the ibuprofen. The Pendar X10 is battery operated, running off of 4 CR123A rechargeable batteries. To remove the battery cartridge, press the 2 buttons at the bottom of the handle. This ejects the cartridge, and press 2 buttons to open the cartridge door, and you can remove the batteries. The charger is included with the Pendar X10 kit. To reinsert, close the cartridge door and insert the cartridge. The Pendar X10 handle is also removable for ease of transport.